It's Carter Sports back. And today we head out to Howard Jones practice field where USC then open up spring camp. So let's go. And if you been here before, can you please hit that like, please? And if you ain't subscribed, boy, you better subscribe.
Disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Trojan fans, what's up, man? What's up, y'all? What's going on, man? I'm just happy right now. You know, spring camp then started, and I'm just happy to see players out there in helmets. They ain't put on the pads yet, but they got their helmets, man. I've been watching videos. I was watching the DB drills. The DB drills warmed up. That video about like 2.5 minutes. For some reason, I watched that video for like 20 minutes. I watched the video like 10 times, man. Just excited, man, to see the players out there, the new players. Just excited to see them out there getting ball, just to see what practice look like with different coaches. You know what I'm saying? Just get a feel of this new generation, this new era that's coming in right now for SC. You hear me? Excuse the beeping in the background. I'm doing this live, no edit. You know what I'm saying? No script. This freestyle, man. This the best way to do it because I love Trojan ball, and it just excitement right now in the air for me. Just excitement. And I'm gonna start my Scary Hours edition. Scary Hours Trojan Talk late night. You know, most of us drop our videos in the morning. I'm finna start giving y'all them late night videos because I work the graveyard shift, and I know some of y'all probably work the graveyard shift, so I know y'all want some videos too. So I'm finna start doing the Scary Hours late night. Expect a video every night. I'm gonna try to get it in the morning. I'm gonna try to give y'all 3 a days because it's spring camp, and I'm gonna try to give it to y'all, man. Trojan Talk. So the first thing I want to talk about is that Trojan defensive line. Here, coach is talking that each player totaled up. The defensive line is 340 pounds heavier than the defense line was last year. And that just music to my ears, man. Music to my ears. And I heard a lot of players then gain 10 pounds just from February to March. Like, these players is putting on 10 pounds a month. Like, Benny Wiley is really showing y'all, shutting everybody up. I know people was talking so much it had me even questioning, but I didn't know the full scoop. But Benny Wiley is the real deal. These kids is putting on weight easily, fast. They working out, eating 6-7 times a day. Just working out, putting in that work, and that defensive line is plus 340. I think we got 17 defensive linemen. That's the average about 20 pounds each player. You feel what I'm saying? So I know every player ain't gained 20 pounds. So I know some players in probably didn't gain 10, and some players in probably didn't gain 30. You know what I'm saying? So it's big weight that being added, and to me, that get me excited about Benny Wiley. He's the real deal. If we need somebody to get bigger and stronger, he could do that, and I can see he could do that quick. I see Benny Wiley could do that quick. So right now, the early returns, the early results, Benny Wiley is that dude. He got our defensive line stacked up. We plus 340. Let's go. Let's go. And I know he also is he know how to build weight and keep that speed as well. So don't expect a gang of slow defensive linemen. We gonna expect this all muscle build. So when you add all muscle, you don't really lose that much speed because you gaining more fast twitch muscle fibers. You hear me? So the D line 3 plus 340. Let me know what y'all think about that, man. Y'all loving that? And which player y'all think then gained the most weight? I think the player that then gained the most weight is probably Elijah Hughes. Who else I might put up there? Maybe Devin Tompkins. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Sam Green. We gonna see who y'all think they added the most weight. Other news I heard, new quarterback coach. You know, Luke Heward, our inside wide receiver coach, been elevated to quarterback coach. Lincoln Riley was the quarterback coach. Now he relinquished duty. See, Lincoln Riley is growing right in front of our eyes. He growing. He moving it more and more into that general position. Now he can oversee the program even more. He can oversee the program even more. I heard him say that he been in every defensive install meeting. He been in every one. So that's what you want your coach. You want your coach the CEO. You don't want him to primarily do nothing. You want him to primarily do everything primarily. Have a hint in everything because you the head coach and he already got the play calling duties. So that's hours right there that he got to dedicate to play calling. You know what I'm saying? That's hours right there. He got to dedicate to that. So he relinquishing duties to give him more time to focus on what he feel he need to focus on. And I like that. He moving up to general status. Just like I said, offensive coordinator, that's already a duty. You know what I'm saying? Offensive coordinator, already a duty. And then you got quarterback coaching as well. So this free him up for more time to do more things, more recruiting. And this gonna be better for him. And he gonna have more control over this program and, you know, put his fingerprint on this program. So I like that he relinquished duty. Then the team captains. I was watching the show, they had me wondering who is going to be the USC team captains, who going to be the offensive captains, who going to be the defensive captains. If everything go right, you will hopefully hope that one of your quarterback is a team captain. He's one of the offensive captains. That'd be a good sign. It ain't a good, because you want your quarterback to be the captain. You want him to be the leader, and you also want your middle linebacker to be a captain as well. So if everything go right, on the offensive side, it'll be a quarterback captain. On the defensive side, it'll be a middle linebacker captain. But we ain't gonna give them out of position. We gonna give them out of leadership and hard work. Leadership by example and vocal and hard work. A captain who got to be somebody who set a precedent, who set a standard that other players could follow. The captain supposed to be an example how every player supposed to approach the game. That's what a captain supposed to be. He supposed to be an example on how a coach coaches the game. I mean, how a player approaches the game. So we gonna see. I hope Miller Moss be a captain. In an ideal world, each unit will have a captain. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line, you have a captain coming out the offensive line. You have a quarterback captain. You have a receiver captain. And maybe even a running back captain. But them three right there, offensive line, quarterback, wide receiver, you probably want a captain coming out them groups. And the same thing on the defense, you probably want a captain on every level. On the defensive line, linebacker, and the DB. So me, I will figure Miller Moss or whoever won the starting quarterback job gonna have to be captain material, right? Out of the wide receiver group, I don't know. We got a gang of youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Who is to step up? Who work hard in practice? I feel like Zachariah, he go hard in practice. He show up every day. That's why he was a true freshman and got time on the playing field. He just didn't get time on the playing field because he electric, because he approached practice the right way. He played hard and balled in practice. So I expect Zachariah to be a captain as well. Just not because he's uber talent, but I feel like he got a strong work ethic. And I just heard rave things about him last year in spring in practice. Zachariah had the team buzzing, and he had earned respect from his teammates just through practice. So I think he'd be one of the captains. And Jonah Mahan, the most experienced, dude on the offensive line, the most versatile. He moving the center. Speaking of him moving the center, talk about, hold on. I'll get on position changes in a minute. I'm hopping forward. On the defensive side, I will expect Bear Alexander from his talent and experience. Even though I feel like Bear Alexander is probably a quiet leader. He one of them quiet leaders. He don't seem very vocal. Just for watching his interviews, but he could be a different man on the football field. But I feel like he lead by example. He also then gained 10 pounds. He added 10 pounds added 10 pounds to his weight. to his stature, his frame. I feel like Bear Alexander a hard worker too. So I feel like somebody like Bear probably get a captain out of the linebacker group. I feel like Eric Gentry. He been there longer than anybody probably besides Ray John. Was this Gentry third year in the program? It's his third year in the program. And Gentry, he's a passionate player. Remember against Utah, he hopped out there on that one leg on the field. Yeah, he a passionate player and he a vocal leader. And he working hard. I heard he didn't gain weight, pounds, about like 10 pounds since Dan Tomlin got there. So I feel like Gentry would be a captain on defense as well. And in the DBs, man, that's a tough one. Because it seemed like damn near all our DBs is new. So I don't know. What y'all tell me? I'll let y'all tell me in the comments. Which DB out of all our DBs, which DB you think will make captain? I know we got Jacoby returning, we got Traycon returning, we got Prophet returning, we got Ant Bees returning, we got Bryson Shaw. Then we got Malachi Crawford coming off his red shirt. So, man, then you got the new guys, Kamari, Akili, Humphreys, DeCarlos. The DB position, I don't know who will be a captain at that position, but y'all tell me who y'all think. Next, I want to talk about number changes. You know what I'm saying? So we did have some number changes. Jacoby Lane, he going from 89. He going from 89 to number 8. Jalen Smith going from 19 to number 1. Deuce Robinson getting his high school number, and it's only right because his name Deuce. He getting number 2. I can't wait to see him in that uniform on that field. Quinn Joyner going from 21 to 0. Right? Makai Lemon going from 24 to number 6. What else I seen out there? Then the new players, the Carlos Nicholson, think he took number 17. He gonna be looking like Christian Roland Wallace out there, but even bigger. You know what I'm saying? Christian Roland Wallace was what, 5'11". This kid's 6'3". He out there in that 17 looking like a linebacker. I like it. John Humphreys 19, and then Kamari Ramsey, he knocked the 2 off, and he sliding Caleb Bullock jersey, and he rocking number 7. I like it. Nate Clifton, I think he rocking 99. Sullivan, old number. Devon Tompkins, he went from 37. I think he rocking 98. So he gonna be looking more like a defensive lineman. You hear me? So them the number changes. It's more. I can't remember all of them, but I'll bring y'all more on some more episodes as spring go on. But then was the first ones I noticed. Then position changes. What was interesting is, I don't think it's a position change, but the terminology. So Jalen Smith, when Alex Grinch was here, he was listed as a safety, but Alex Grinch lists his nickelbacks as safeties. Well, I'm hearing that D'Anton Lynn, he lists his nickelbacks as cornerbacks. So I don't know, is Jalen Smith gonna play actual corner, or he gonna play the nickelback? And right behind him, it's Jacoby Covington. So if Jalen Smith is listed at a DB, then Covington right behind him, they might be looking at Covington in the nickel, which is kind of decent because Covington is big. You want your nickel to be able to be a linebacker at times. You want your nickel to be versatile. He big enough to play against the run, but he also athletic enough to play against the pass. So Jacoby Covington, I could see him playing in the nickel with Humphreys and Nicholson on the outside. So is Trayquan gonna be a backup corner? Is Ant B gonna be a backup corner? Is Prophet? I mean, it's already looking thick at that position. Another position change, a real position change, is Mason Cobb got moved from inside backer to outside backer. And I think that'd be good for him in the sense that I feel like, especially in this defense, it could be more simpler for him. I feel like it's gonna be more simpler for him. I'm interested to see Mason because he to me he is more quick in small space areas than he is overall fast. I feel like the middle linebacker, sometimes you need more speed because you playing from sideline to sideline. You could cover the whole field. If you on the outside, then you only got half the field really to cover really your responsibility. So maybe that would be better for him. It's less responsibility depending on the defense. But this particularly in the run game, it's less responsibility, less keys, you know. It's probably an easier position for somebody who built like Mason. So I'm excited to see Mason get kicked out to the outside. To me, I feel like I feel like USC is trying to get the best 3 linebackers on the field. So I feel like that they may think Mason Cobb better than Rajon Davis. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that, but if you kicking Mason to the outside, then I know you want to play Mascarenas Arnold in the inside. And I like that. I've been watching this kid's film. Go check out Rock Boys. They break down film. They did a video on Mascarenas Arnold. He's solid at the middle linebacker. He physical. He don't think. He can shed blocks. He could just beat the block, period. You know? So I feel like they want him at middle linebacker, then have Eric Gentry at the outside parading around. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Gentry, they feel like interchangeable. I think he might get some middle linebacker snaps. So it's interesting to see. Y'all think them kicking Mason out to outside is getting in front of Rajon Davis in the field? Because I know Arnold is playing inside linebacker, and we know Gentry play outside. So Mason going to the outside. Is he going to the outside on the bench? You know what I'm saying? Is they kicking him out the middle linebacker, say you gonna back up Rajon? I don't know. I want to see Rajon play this year, man. So I'm curious about how that gonna work out. What y'all think? And then the slow install. Now I want everybody to take note that Deon Lynn said it's a slow installation of his defense. So the defense ain't gonna be running at full capacity this spring. So what I was thinking is, don't expect the defense to come out and dominate. We should expect the offense to get the better of the defense this spring. You got all them new players on defense, a new system that they're not going to fully implement. They only gonna implement some of the playbook, some of the scheme. So the offense is lock and loaded. It should be full go. The offense is full go. So I feel like don't be disappointed if you see our defense getting ate up by our offense. Because in actuality, they should. To be honest with you, they should. How Deon Lynn. So that's only one thing I can't say I'm disappointed in, but we ain't gonna really see this defense and the potential of it to the LSU game. Cause it ain't, you know, USC got closed practices and it ain't no fall camp game that they play. You know what I'm saying? I know it be spring games. I ain't never seen a fall game. USC practices be closed. So that's what I'm thinking about. Like, man, we ain't gonna really see what type of defense we got until the LSU game. And that's kind of exciting. And that's kind of scary. But hey, if this defense come out flying around balling during spring camp, if they come out the gate with this half the defense installed and they balling and they causing wreck, because I don't care what nobody say, this offense with Minter Moss is at least a very good offense. So if they come out and giving the offense a run for their money and the offense is just not running up and down the field on them, then we got something. We got something. And it's just part one of the Scary Hour Spring Camp Edition. I'm doing 3 a days. Expect another video probably early this morning. I dropped another one early this morning. I'm doing 3 a days, man. It's spring camp. Ain't nobody gonna bring y'all USC ball like Carter Sport. We doing 3 a days. You know what I'm saying? If I don't give y'all 3 videos a day or at least 2, come in my inbox and let me know, Carter Sports, you slacking. You gotta be a man of your word. So I'm finna bring y'all all the content I can, man. We finna talk Trojan ball all damn spring. And this part one. Part two, I'm gonna get into some offensive staff versus defensive staff. Talk about, is our offensive staff better than our defensive staff? What staff better? Who gonna be getting the best of practices during the season? Who gonna out coach who? You hear me? So until then, it's your boy Carter Sports. It's USC. It's Trojan City. So let's go.